Hey everyone, it's Justine. I thought I'd make a quick video. It's been a long day. I've been taking this intuitive development course and this is week 4, so it's every week for several hours and it's a ways away, but it's worth every second because I'm learning so much and I wanted to share one of the tools I've learned that's helped me a lot. I'm learning lots of tools and I'll be sharing all of them, but for right now, something that we use a lot are roses, because roses are high vibrational flowers. And we're really learning a lot about energy. So one thing I've learned is that when we're, when you meditate, even if you don't, like I initially thought that meditation was like this whole big, like a certain way of doing it. But what I've come to realize is it's just really like being here and now, being in the space. It could also be walking in nature, but like being present. So like, let's say that let's say you're experiencing an emotion or anxiety or a fear about something, or like these recurring tape recorder thoughts that pop in. So what I've learned to help neutralize those thoughts and emotions and feelings, so they're not really like grabbing hold of you. Like this past week, I've been able to be so neutral, and that's really sort of the state that we want to aim to be in all the time. Because when you're neutral, you're peaceful, and you could just always look at things from a different perspective versus like being in it, like sucked in it. So basically you close your eyes, and then I used to think that you're supposed to just focus on like the center of your head, like that was the third eye. But what I've come to learn is that it's more like the middle of your head. So if like I were to have like, I don't know, like a stick between this part and the back part, and between here and here, so that like where it would cross, like in the middle of my head, like all the way through there, that's the pineal gland. Like that's the space that you want to focus on. So if you would close your eyes, initially my awareness goes here. So I'm just going to like bring it back into the middle of my head, and you'll immediately feel this sort of peaceful, neutral space. So anytime you want to really just tune into yourself, you could do that. Just tune into that peaceful central space in the middle of your head. And then if I'm experiencing like, I don't know, say someone annoys me at something or whatever, or an old thought pops in. Like sometimes I used to have this a lot, like recurring thought patterns. It's just like over and over and over, like past stuff, like conversations you've had. It just like keeps going. And you're like, why is this tape recorder happening in my head? So what I've learned is just to like close my eyes. I imagine a rose in front of me. And when you do this stuff, it's just all instant. So this is how energy works. Imagine this rose in front of me. This is a Neutrality Rose, and I'll imagine this recurring thought like going into the rose, becoming neutral. So like it's basically like being pulled out of me and out of my being. And then what you do is you imagine it could be like, exploding, dissolving. I imagine sort of like sparkle fireworks, basically to kind of dissolve that thing that no longer serves you. So it's not in your being anymore. And then it's done. And you immediately feel neutral. Immediately. It's the craziest thing. Even if like my dogs annoy me, I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna get this annoying feeling out of me and just become neutral again. Because she's a dog. Dogs do annoying things, like, But maybe this tip will help you. So the first tip is to really focus on the middle, again, the middle of your head. This is that peaceful, neutral space. This is also where you can get a lot of information from your own intuition. Like there's so many things that we could do to tune into yourself and help yourself, really. And this is also how we're learning to read other people's energy. I can read chakras now. I've been learning how to read layers of the aura. So it's so fascinating. And the crazy thing is, like, everyone can do this. Every single person has these abilities, has their intuition, like everyone. I don't know if you have Netflix, there's Goop Labs on with Gwyneth Paltrow, and she has different episodes on there, and I highly recommend watching the one about intuition. It's called like Are You Into It? And then the one about energy healing. it's just really, I like how all the information is presented because it's very neutral, actually. You know, in this energy healing segment, there's like science there, there's doctors there. It's how does everything work together? In the intuition episode, it's her employees, like they're learning tools from a psychic medium that's basically telling them how everyone can do this. It's a matter of tuning into your abilities, your clairs, and trusting it. And it's like that muscle, like you just keep practicing. But it's just it's so interesting. It's so interesting how this stuff is just so, it's like a whole new world is opened when you learn about energy and you're just learning things from like just from a totally different way of being. It's really great. So I hope that this video makes sense, but keep blowing up roses or dissolving roses. If you feel sadness, you feel fear, you have a tape recorder thought, you're feeling stress, whatever it is, imagine it pulling that out of you. So emotions are energy in motion. Thought forms are these like different sort of looping pictures. Like imagine it like coming out of you into this, could be like a bubble, whatever works for you, and imagine it just dissolving and being out of your being, because you'll feel a lot better. Okay, I guess that's all for now. I'm gonna run into Trader Joe's to get some food items. If anybody would like a Reiki energy session with me, I do distance Reiki sessions if you're not in the LA area, and they are intuitive, and you do get intuitive messages to help you on your journey and on your spiritual path. If you are in LA, I'm working at a healing center in Agora Hills. It's called Foy Life, F-O-Y life.net. And we're having a grand opening this coming weekend. So it's just a beautiful all-in-one healing center. Everything you could possibly need is there. So hopefully I will see you there soon. All right, well, enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, stay neutral.